So, what are the three greatest stories ever told by humans? The three greatest stories of all time are religion, nationality, and currency. These are stories, but we believe in it because everyone believes in it. So it's truth. Now, when we talk of currency, we talk of money, we talk of banking. And banking is nothing but a reflection of the economy and what lies underneath. Today, we are going to talk about the future of finance. And when we talk of future, what is it about the future that makes it so difficult to predict? What makes a future difficult to predict is the fact that it doesn't arrive with a bang, is the fact that it doesn't arrive suddenly. It creeps up on us. It creeps up on us. So we don't see it coming. So isn't it really funny that day by day, nothing changes. But when you look back, everything is different. Think of your childhood. Think of now. Think of all that has changed over the time. Did you really see it coming on a day-to-day basis? You didn't. But when you look back, you see how far you have come. The government of India is actually India's digital disruptor-in-chief. And what it has done is that it has laid the public infrastructure on which private models can be built to take advantage of what technology is bringing about. So if you see how this has started, Jandan, Aadhaar and mobile have formed the holy trinity on which this entire interface has been built. And what is Aadhaar? Aadhaar is India's identity, data empowerment, and payment layer. So what it is doing is that it is identifying an individual, it is allowing that individual to give consent, and it is allowing an individual to e-sign a document, and it is allowing you to, because Aadhaar is linked to a bank account, it is allowing you to put money into the bank account of the customer, all frictionless. This is the beauty of what we are seeing today. Look at the digital infrastructure that is under construction, and it is phenomenal. I'm not even talking about private sector. This is still the government of India yet. So today, you've seen UPI. Now what UPI has done is completely revolutionized payment. When I started my career in banking, it would take 15 days for a check to clear from SBI Nariman Point, drawn on SBI Borivali. It would take 15 days for a check to clear. Today, if it takes more than 15 seconds, you would be doing the refresh button 3 times saying something is wrong. It can't take so long. So what UPI has done is actually made people to people and people to merchant mechanisms completely safe, secure, fast, and cheap. Free. IMPS is again allowing you to move money quickly, including through WhatsApp, another revolution that is in the making. The Bharat Bill Pay system has completely changed the way things are working. So today, for example, we are able to pick up cash and deposit in a local Kirana shop in say Tabo, that was just mentioned. And that is something that can be electronically brought into Bombay. So you don't need to even physically take cash out. So wonderful mechanism as yet. Direct benefit transfer, this is something that has revolutionized India. If you see, one of the biggest savings in budgets that India has achieved is because now money is directly moving into the accounts of the individuals. Whether it is subsidies, whether it is Narega payments, it is straight moving into the customer's account. And the middleman has been completely eliminated. So when you remove hops, you not only increase speed, but you also stop leakage, which is a big thing that happens. Look at what's happening to account aggregator. So account aggregator is a brilliant thing that is now coming out from iSpirit and the team that is building it. What it's going to do is that today your footprint of data is across various financial companies. It is with banks, it is with insurance companies, it is with broking companies, across various data is spread across. Now what it is doing is that once you give somebody an account aggregator okay, he's able to pull all the data of yours into one file and deliver it to the financier. So imagine you are going to take a loan. When you go and take a loan, you don't need to really give data to the customer. Today what is happening is that to the company, you need to give prints of data. My last 6 months bank account statement, my insurance policies, my demat account statements, all my income tax returns, all this I have to pull out, make copies and give it to the financier. Gone are the days. With account aggregator, I just need to give a permission that I'm okay, please deliver all this set of numbers to this particular financier. and it will be electronically pulled out from respective different institutions and straight pushed in. And electronically it can be seen by lenders like us, and credit can be delivered into your account completely seamlessly. This is the brilliance of what is being built. Then you come to Oken. What Oken is doing is basically taking commerce to a whole different level, because today we are dependent on two big account aggregator delivery companies like an Amazon or a Flipkart, who are basically taking merchants online. But what this is going to do is this is going to take the whole host of small kirana shops, whole host of small fruit vendors, whole host of small chemist shops. This is India. This is India. 63 million small businesses. Suddenly these businesses will be able to connect to the online world and be able to deliver to you online. This is something that's completely going to change. ONDC, another wonderful thing that is that is coming, which is going to electronize commerce. The GEM portal. It is a Government of India portal. All bidding today of the government tenders, government projects, is happening online, transparently through the GEM portal. Digital health stack, another brilliant thing that is coming, where India's public health is going to be digitized. And today, whatever the hospital records are being created, which are today not available to all of us or not available at one place for all of us, will be digitally stored by the Government of India and available to any doctor and any hospital when you need it. What is going to happen for tomorrow is that payments in physical currency notes will disappear. Everything moves online. You will not find the need to pay anybody in currency notes. When that happens, physical currency notes itself will disappear. Why do you even need a physical currency note? RBI has already launched the e-rupee. And India is one of the first to actually get it out of way. In US, they are still debating whether this should be done. In Europe, they are still debating whether this should be done. China is in a pilot stage. India has also moved in a pilot stage out there live. So this is brilliant. E-rupee is going to be the way currency will move in the future. What we're going to see is disintermediation and decentralization of finance. What this means is that the bank doesn't need to be there anymore. You can directly deal without the bank as coming in as an intermediary. Because as finance gets decentralized, and this was the centralized promise of crypto. Unfortunately, crypto had an accident. Things have gone wrong because it was unregulated. But the fact is that blockchain is going to change the way finance is going to move. If you look at AI/ML, the artificial intelligence and machine learning platforms, this is completely going to change the way finance is getting delivered to you. That today, what is happening is that you are going to a bank. You are giving all the details. And the bank is collecting all the details. The bank is then evaluating whether to give you the finance or not. And then it is delivering finance to you after a host of documentation. Now, the bank is able to look at your data flows and already give you a pre-approved loan at the time that you need it. So when you need a loan, it's straight into your account because all the pre-work that goes into the loan has already been done by the bank. E-consent, e-sign, and money straight into your account. No signature needed, no friction. Metaverse is going to be another factor that is going to shape our lives. It is still, the jury is still out there, how this is going to take shape, but this is going to be a reality. Very soon you will see a bank branch which is in the metaverse. You will have a digital avatar of yourself, which will go into a digital avatar of the bank and meet the digital avatar of the relationship manager, who will digitally explain to you what the products are all about and be able to fulfill it and deliver it to you at the time that you really need it. Isn't this fascinating? Now, what is possible? What is future? No one knows. But what is certain is that future is not going to be a continuation of the past. The future is going to be a leap from the past. But it will not happen overnight. It will not, none of us will see it coming. But again, when we look back 20 years from now, we will be saying, really? We were operating that way 20 years before? So what it is saying is that today, for the young individuals who are in this room, you have an ability to change finance. You have an ability to architect its future. When everything comes together, the world looks a lot different. When pieces come together, you realize that the future that we are talking of is already here. there are unintended consequences also that will follow. Because please remember that everything has another side to it that is inevitable. So the law of unintended consequences does not pardon anyone. There will be the pace and complexity of the change will force the regulator to always try and play catch up. Innovation will precede, regulation will try and follow. Borderless, faceless crime. Today, what is happening is that, remember those old days of the 80s and 90s when people went with a gun to a bank branch, put it in the head of the teller and said, give me the cash. Those days are gone. Now today, some hacker sitting somewhere in Ukraine is logging into your account and moving money out. So crime has suddenly become borderless, faceless. There are rogue actors which are going unregulated, like case in point of FTX that we recently saw. So this is going to be another unintended consequences. The big tech is creating a winner-takes-it-all model. Now that works for non-financial companies. But in financial companies, centralization of power is dangerous. Data protection and privacy is going to be the next biggest challenge that all of us are going to face. And ransomware attacks are today's reality. Today, you read every time in the newspaper that suddenly some site went down, suddenly something was held. What is happening behind is that they've been hacked, it has been taken, the servers have been taken ransom, bitcoins are being paid to get the servers freed up. So this is going to be the reality of tomorrow. The good news is that while India may have lagged the world on physical infrastructure development, it is leading the world on digital neural networks. What we are building is something second to absolutely no one in the world. This means that the enablers are in place. Even organizations like the Reserve Bank of India have created a sandbox where anyone in this room can build something, an experiment that you want to change the way finance is happening. For example, now UPI is linking foreign countries. So suddenly you will be able to move money to Singapore. A bank in India will be able to move money bank account in Singapore. Today we are using SWIFT. SWIFT is a completely outdated technology. Now this is going to change, and any of you can decide that this is the area where you identified a pain and you can change it. You can go to the Reserve Bank, they will give you the permission to test it. And if the testing goes right, you can launch those products. These are exciting times where the experienced people are actually creating infrastructure, allowing the new age digital natives to invent the future that they would like to live in. So people of my generation have to now take a step back and create the infrastructure, the enablement of people like you to come in and take charge and take us into the future. The future is a game of possibilities. There are no certainties. And that is why all of us are here and all of us have an opportunity to do something that we can architect the future. Challenge accepted. Thank you.